The sun is not merely the brightest object in our sky. It is the cosmic heartbeat of your soul, the divine architect of your manifestation blueprint, and the sovereign ruler of your conscious will, radiating with such primal authority that when you align your desires, actions, and identity with its celestial signature, your sun sign, you cease begging the universe for scraps and instead command reality through sheer vibrational sovereignty. Because the law of attraction doesn't respond to whispered pleas or forced visualizations, but to the magnetic authenticity of a soul fully expressed. And your sun sign is that soul's native frequency. Whether you're a Leo whose golden roar magnetizes admiration and creative abundance simply by daring to shine unapologetically, a Capricorn whose disciplined, mountain-moving ambition turns long-term visions into empires through patient, unwavering focus. A Libra whose grace and harmony draw partnerships and beauty as effortlessly as breath. Or a Pisces whose boundless compassion and mystical surrender open portals to miracles that logic cannot explain. Each sign carries a unique energetic code that, when activated, transforms you from a passive wisher into an active cosmic co-creator, because suppression of your solar essence, dimming your light to fit in, silencing your truth to avoid conflict, denying your purpose out of fear, creates a devastating misalignment that repels your highest manifestations, manifesting instead as chronic frustration, unexplained delays, or hollow victories that leave your spirit starving, while full solar embodiment, speaking with the clarity of Gemini, building with the precision of Virgo, exploring with the faith of Sagittarius, initiating with the courage of Aries, feeling with the depth of Scorpio, innovating with the rebellion of Aquarius, or nurturing with the devotion of Cancer, turns your entire being into a lighthouse of attraction, where opportunities, soulmates, wealth, and synchronicities don't just happen to you, they're summoned by the gravitational pull of your authentic presence. And this is why ancient mystery schools, Vedic seers, and Hermetic masters all revered the sun as the ultimate alchemical force. Not because it gives light, but because it teaches you how to become light. And when you live as your sun, not as a label, not as a stereotype, but as a living, breathing, radiating expression of your divine assignment, you stop chasing and start receiving. You stop forcing and start flowing. You stop doubting and start declaring. Because the universe has no choice but to mirror back the frequency you broadcast. And when that frequency is pure solar fire, unapologetic, purposeful, sovereign, and aligned, the cosmos itself rearranges stars to clear your path, bends time to accelerate your dreams, and whispers through synchronicity. I am here and I am ready. Now rise and claim what is yours. For your sun is not just a point in your birth chart. It is your soul's war cry, your destiny's ignition switch, your manifestation engine's core. And the moment you stop apologizing for its brilliance, you unlock not just abundance, not just love, not just success, but your full cosmic power, the kind that doesn't ask permission, doesn't wait for signs, doesn't beg for blessings. It simply rises like the sun always does, and in rising, commands the entire sky to bow. The moon, silent, cyclical, ever-shifting, is the hidden architect of your manifestations, the subconscious weaver of your reality, the emotional gravity, well, that either pulls your dreams toward you or repels them into the void. Because while your sun declares what you want, your moon believes what you deserve. And in the sacred mechanics of the law of attraction, belief is the silent sovereign, the invisible hand that sculpts your outer world from the clay of your inner tides. Your moon sign, phase, and house placement in your natal chart reveal the deepest layers of your emotional operating system. The unspoken fears, the buried wounds, the ancestral imprints, the childhood conditioning, the reflexive reactions, all of which run beneath the surface of your conscious mind like underground rivers shaping the landscape above. And if you are manifesting lack, delay, heartbreak, or self-sabotage despite doing everything right, vision boards, affirmations, scripting, gratitude journals, The culprit is rarely your technique, but almost always your moon. That part of you that flinches when abundance approaches, that whispers you're not ready when opportunity knocks, that clings to familiar pain because it feels safer than unknown joy, that equates receiving with vulnerability and vulnerability with danger. And this is why mastering lunar energy is not optional for the serious manifester. It is essential. Because you cannot attract what you emotionally repel, you cannot hold what you energetically reject, you cannot receive what your subconscious deems unworthy. And your moon is the keeper of those hidden verdicts. Unlike the sun, which shines boldly and consciously, the moon operates in the realm of instinct, memory, and feeling. It doesn't argue, it doesn't negotiate, it simply reacts, pulling you toward what feels familiar, even if it's toxic, and away from what feels foreign, even if it's divine, which is why two people can use the same manifestation method and get wildly different results. One magnetizes miracles, the other meets resistance. Because their lunar landscapes are different, their emotional soil either fertile or fallow, their inner child either soothed or screaming, their shadow either integrated or in charge. To harness your moon for manifestation is to become an alchemist of your own emotional body, learning to transmute fear into faith, lack into receptivity, contraction into expansion, trauma into tenderness, not by suppressing your feelings, but by honoring them, decoding them, and gently rewiring them through. Lunar rituals, moon phase timing, emotional astrology, and somatic release practices tailored to your unique moon sign. For example, a Cancer moon may need to feel emotionally safe and nurtured before allowing abundance in. And if they're manifesting financial blocks, the issue isn't their budget. It's their belief that money will make them less loved, or that receiving wealth equals abandoning their family role. A Capricorn moon may equate emotional expression with weakness, so they manifest success but feel empty inside, because their moon is starving for permission to feel, not achieve. A Scorpio moon may unconsciously attract power struggles or betrayals because their lunar psyche is testing whether love can survive their darkness. And until they heal the wound of "I must control to be safe," they'll keep manifesting chaos as proof of their deepest fear. An Aquarius moon may detach so much from their feelings that they manifest brilliant ideas but no embodiment because their moon believes emotion is irrational and must be exiled for progress, not knowing that the universe responds to heart frequency, not intellect alone. This is why lunar work is the most potent and often most avoided aspect of conscious creation, because it requires you to sit with your shadows, to weep with your inner child, to forgive your past selves, to release ancestral grief, to stop spiritual bypassing and finally feel what you've spent a lifetime numbing. And only then, from that raw, tender, honest place, can you reprogram your emotional magnetism to attract what you truly desire, not what your wounds have been unconsciously selecting. The moon also governs your intuition, your gut feelings, your dreams, your body's whispers. And when you ignore these, you override your inner guidance system, manifesting situations that your soul never chose but your ego forced, leading to burnout, disillusionment, or successful outcomes that feel hollow. Learning to trust your lunar intuition, to pause when your stomach tightens, to proceed when your chest expands, to sleep when your body begs, to speak when your throat tingles, is how you align with divine timing and avoid forcing square pegs into round holes. Furthermore, the moon's phases offer a cosmic calendar for manifestation. The new moon for planting seeds of intention, the waxing moon for building momentum, the full moon for releasing what no longer serves, the waning moon for rest and integration. And when you time your rituals, decisions, and energetic clearings to these phases, especially in alignment with your natal moon sign and house, you ride the natural ebb and flow of universal energy rather than fighting against it. Your progressed moon, which changes signs every 2.5 years, also reveals evolving emotional needs and manifestation themes throughout your life. So what worked for you and may 25th block you at 33? Because your lunar soul is asking for deeper nourishment, different boundaries, or a new form of safety. And let's not forget the moon's nodes, the karmic axis of your chart, which show the emotional patterns you're meant to release, south node, and embody, north node. In this lifetime, often the very keys to unlocking your highest manifestations. To work with your moon is to become a gardener of your inner world, planting seeds of self-worth, watering them with compassion, weeding out old beliefs, harvesting insights under full moons, composting pain into wisdom. And only then does the outer garden of your life bloom effortlessly. You cannot think your way into a new reality if your feelings are anchored in the old one. Thoughts are the rudder, but emotions are the current. And if your lunar current is flowing toward fear, no amount of positive thinking will steer you toward joy. You must first calm the waters, bless the depths, and teach your emotional body that it is safe to receive, safe to expand, safe to be seen, safe to be held. This is the sacred work of lunar manifestation. Not glamorous, not quick, not Instagrammable, but deeply transformative. Because when your moon is aligned, when your emotional body vibrates at the frequency of worthiness, safety, and openness, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you in form. Relationships that nourish, finances that flow, health that thrives, creativity that explodes, purpose that ignites. Not because you manifested hard enough, but because you healed enough to become a clear vessel for grace. Your moon is not your enemy. It is your most loyal ally, your deepest truth teller, your silent guardian. And when you stop fighting it, numbing it, or spiritualizing over it, and instead kneel before it with reverence, curiosity, and love, you unlock a level of manifestation power that bypasses hustle, transcends strategy, and operates on the quantum level of emotional resonance, where reality bends not to your will, but to your wholeness. The most potent manifestation magic doesn't happen when you shout your desires into the void or force affirmations until your throat is raw. It happens in the silent, sacred space between your sun and your moon, in the alchemical fusion of your conscious will and your subconscious soil, in the divine choreography where your solar declaration of "I want this" meets your lunar whisper of "I am ready to receive it." Because manifestation is not a solo act of ego-driven ambition, nor is it a passive surrender to fate. It is the cosmic tango between the radiant masculine energy of the sun, your identity, your purpose, your bold "I am," and the receptive feminine energy of the moon, your emotions, your instincts, your tender "I feel." And when these two luminaries are in harmony within you, you become an unstoppable conduit of creation, a living vortex where intention meets embodiment, where vision meets vibration, where outer action is magnetized by inner alignment. Your sun is the architect of your dream. It draws the blueprint, names the desire, sets the direction, declares the what and the why. Your moon is the foundation upon which that dream is built. It holds the emotional integrity, the subconscious beliefs, the felt sense of safety and worthiness that determines whether that dream can take root, grow, and flourish in the soil of your reality. If your sun says, "I want abundance," but your moon trembles with the old story, "Money corrupts," or "Rich people are lonely," your manifestation stalls. Not because the universe is withholding, but because your inner world is broadcasting a conflicting frequency, a dissonance that repels the very thing your conscious mind is calling in. If your sun proclaims, "I am ready for love," but your moon clings to the belief, "I'll be abandoned if I'm too vulnerable," or "I don't deserve devotion," you will unconsciously attract partners who mirror that wound, not because you're cursed, but because your emotional magnetism is calibrated to familiarity, not fulfillment. This is why so many spiritual seekers hit the manifestation ceiling. They've mastered vision boards, scripting, gratitude, and even quantum jumping, but they haven't done the deeper lunar work of excavating the emotional blocks, healing the childhood imprints, soothing the inner child, and reprogramming the subconscious beliefs that quietly veto their solar declarations. The sun-moon relationship in your natal chart, whether it's a conjunction, merged identity and emotion. A square, tension between will and feeling. A trine, natural flow between desire and receptivity. An opposition, polarity to integrate, or any other aspect, reveals your soul's unique strategy for manifestation, your personal alchemy of how to turn desire into reality. And mastering this inner dance is the key to unlocking effortless creation. For example, someone with a sun-moon conjunction, both luminaries in the same sign, experiences a seamless fusion of will and emotion. Their desires feel deeply personal, their actions are emotionally charged, and their manifestations often come quickly because there's little internal resistance. But they may struggle with objectivity, mistaking emotional intensity for truth, or burning out by over-identifying with their feelings. Someone with a sun-moon square, 90 degrees apart, often in signs of the same modality, cardinal, fixed, mutable, experiences friction between what they want and what they feel. Their conscious goals may trigger subconscious fears, leading to cycles of starting and stopping, achieving and self-sabotaging, until they learn to honor both sides and find the bridge between ambition and emotional safety. Someone with a sun-moon trine, 120 degrees apart, harmonious signs, finds it easy to manifest because their desires naturally align with their emotional needs. They attract opportunities with grace, but may become complacent, needing to consciously challenge themselves to grow beyond comfort. Someone with a sun-moon opposition, 180 degrees apart, signs across the zodiac, lives with a polarity. Their identity and emotions often feel at odds, leading to relationships or situations that mirror this split. Example, a Leo sun or Aquarius moon torn between needing admiration and craving independence. And their manifestation mastery comes through integration, learning that both sides are essential, that the sun's fire and the moon's coolness can coexist, that being seen and being free are not enemies but allies. Beyond the aspect, the signs themselves reveal the flavor of your sun-moon dance. A fiery Aries sun with a watery Pisces moon must learn to temper their impulsivity with compassion and intuition. An earthy Taurus sun with an airy Gemini moon must ground their need for stability with mental curiosity and flexibility. A mutable Virgo sun with a fixed Scorpio moon must balance their perfectionism with emotional depth and surrender, and so on. Each combination is a unique recipe for manifestation, a cosmic formula waiting to be decoded and activated. But the real magic happens when you stop seeing your sun and moon as separate forces and begin to experience them as co-creators. When your solar will is infused with lunar wisdom, and your lunar receptivity is guided by solar clarity. This is the state of embodied intention, where you don't just think your desire, you feel it is already true. Where you don't just visualize your goal, you vibrate at its frequency. Where you don't just act from ambition, you move from alignment. This is the secret the mystics knew. That true manifestation is not about controlling outcomes, but about becoming the energetic match to them. And that match is forged in the crucible of sun-moon harmony. Ritual becomes essential here. Daily practices that honor both luminaries. Morning solar rituals, affirmations, movement, declaring your I am, to activate your will, and evening lunar rituals, journaling, meditation, emotional release, gratitude, to clear resistance and open receptivity. New moons become sacred moments to plant seeds that honor both your sun's vision and your moon's emotional readiness. Full moons become release. Ceremonies where you let go of subconscious blocks that no longer serve your solar path. And in between, you learn to listen to the sun's call to courage and the moon's whisper of caution, to the sun's push toward expansion and the moon's pull toward rest, to the sun's demand for action and the moon's plea for feeling. Because the universe doesn't respond to half-truths. It responds to wholeness, to integration, to the full spectrum of your being in alignment. When your sun and moon are dancing in sync, you stop pushing rivers. You become the river. You stop chasing miracles. You become the miracle. You stop begging for signs. You become the sign. And this is why ancient traditions revered the sun-moon union as the sacred marriage. Hieros Gamos, the inner wedding of king and queen, logic and intuition, fire and water, yang and yin, Shiva and Shakti. Because when these two forces within you are united, there is nothing you cannot create, attract, or transform. Your outer world becomes a mirror not of your scattered thoughts or forced affirmations, but of your deepest inner harmony, a harmony that says, I know who I am, sun, and I trust what I feel, moon, and together we are unstoppable. So if you've been wondering why your manifestations feel stuck, delayed, or hollow, look not just at your goals, but at the gap between your sun and your moon. Heal that gap, honor that dance, and watch as the universe rearranges itself. Not because you demanded it, but because you became it. The moon doesn't just reflect light, it reflects your potential, unfolding in 8 sacred stages that mirror the natural rhythm of creation itself. And if you're trying to manifest in a linear, force it till it happens way, you're fighting the cosmic current instead of flowing with it. Because the moon's phases are not poetic metaphors. They are energetic portals, divine timing codes, and celestial command centers that, when aligned with your intentions and your natal moon sign, turn random, wishing into ritualized receiving, chaotic effort into orchestrated grace, and frustrated striving into surrendered magnetism. Every 29.5 days, the moon completes a full cycle from new to full and back again, and within that cycle lies a complete manifestation blueprint. The new moon is the cosmic womb where you plant the seed of desire, whispering your I want into the dark, fertile void with pure faith. The waxing crescent is the tender sprout pushing through soil where you take your first. Aligned actions fueled not by force, but by curiosity and gentle momentum. The first quarter moon is the warrior's checkpoint, where obstacles arise not to stop you, but to strengthen your resolve, forcing you to choose commitment over comfort. The waxing gibbous is the refinement stage, where you adjust, polish, and align your energy with the frequency of your goal, trimming distractions and tuning your vibration. The full moon is the cosmic climax, the moment of illumination, harvest, and release, where what you've been growing becomes visible, where hidden truths surface, where emotional clarity arrives like lightning, and where you must consciously let go of what no longer serves to make space for what's arriving. The waning gibbous is the gratitude phase, where you integrate, bless, and metabolize what you've received, anchoring the energy into your body and life. The last quarter moon is the surrender portal, where you release control, forgive outcomes, and compost what didn't work into wisdom. And the balsamic or dark moon is the sacred pause, the void before rebirth, where you rest, reflect, and empty yourself completely so the next cycle could begin with purity and power. And when you time your manifestation, work to these phases, especially through the lens of your personal natal moon sign and house placement, you stop swimming upstream and start riding the lunar current, because each phase carries a specific energetic signature that either amplifies or blocks your intentions depending on how you use it. For example, setting a bold new financial goal during the waning moon is like planting seeds in winter. The energy is inward, releasing, decomposing, not initiating. You'll feel resistance, delays, or a lack of motivation, not because you're failing, but because you're out of sync with the cosmic rhythm. Similarly, trying to force closure or let go during the waxing moon, when energy is building and expanding, creates inner conflict because your soul is being called to grow, not shrink. This is why ancient priestesses, shamans, and astrologers didn't just manifest anytime. They waited for the moon because they knew the universe operates in cycles, not calendars, and to co-create with cosmos, you must dance with its pulse. But here's where it gets deeply personal. Your natal moon sign, the sign the moon was in when you were born, determines how you emotionally respond to each lunar phase, and therefore, how to tailor your rituals for maximum potency. A Cancer moon, for instance, will feel the new moon in Cancer as an intensely fertile, heart-opening portal for manifesting home, family, or emotional security. While the same new moon may feel confusing or overwhelming to a Capricorn moon, who needs structure and practicality to feel safe manifesting. So they do better setting intentions during an earth sign new moon, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or anchoring their emotional dreams in tangible steps. A Scorpio moon will experience the full moon as a powerful release valve for deep trauma, secrets, or power struggles. Perfect for shadow work, forgiveness rituals, or cutting cords, while a Gemini moon may feel mentally scattered during full moons and need to focus on releasing overthinking or communication blocks instead. An Aquarius moon thrives during the balsamic moon, that dark, quiet phase before rebirth, where they can download futuristic ideas, commune with spirit, or detach from emotional clutter to receive downloads. While a Pisces moon may feel spiritually overwhelmed during this phase and need extra grounding. Salt baths or protection rituals, your moon's house placement adds. Another layer, if your natal moon is in the 10th house, your manifestation power peaks when lunar phases activate career, public image, or authority themes. If it's in the 4th house, home, family, and ancestral healing become your magnetic center during moon rituals. If it's in the 7th, relationships and partnerships are your portal, and so on. This is why generic new moon and Libra rituals often fall flat. They're not personalized to your emotional architecture, your lunar soul's unique language of receiving. And let's not forget the progressed moon, which moves through a sign every 2.5 years, revealing your evolving emotional needs and manifestation themes. What you are manifesting at 25 under a progressed moon in Leo, creativity, recognition, romance, may need to shift at 33 under a progressed moon in Scorpio, depth, transformation, shared resources. If you keep using the same rituals, you'll feel stuck, not because the universe changed, but because you did. The moon's nodes also play a role. Your north node reveals the emotional territory you're meant to grow into for soul-aligned manifestation, while your south node shows the comfort zones you must release. For example, a north node in Aries may need to manifest through courageous solo action, even if their moon is in peace-loving Libra. The tension is the teacher, the growth is the gateway. To truly master lunar phase manifestation, you must also track the moon sign during each phase. A new moon in Taurus invites slow, sensual, grounded intentions around abundance and the body. A new moon in Sagittarius calls for expansive, adventurous, truth-seeking goals. A full moon in Scorpio demands deep, emotional purging and rebirth. A full moon in Aquarius illuminates collective patterns, friendships, or innovation. And when you align your intention with both the phase and the sign, you double your magnetic power. Rituals become your anchor. New moon rituals for setting intentions. Writing, candle magic, vision collages, charging crystals. Waxing moon rituals for building momentum, action steps. Networking, energetic charging. Full moon rituals for releasing, burning. Lists, cord cutting, emotional catharsis, mirror work. Waning moon rituals for rest and integration, meditation, journaling, salt baths, ancestral healing. And when you perform these rituals not just by the calendar moon, but by your natal moon sign and house, you activate a personalized cosmic code that bypasses resistance and speaks directly to your soul's frequency. For example, if your natal moon is in Virgo in the 6th house, your most potent manifestation window may be during Virgo season moons, especially when they fall in the 6th house of your current transits. Here, you'll manifest health, routines, service, or daily mastery with astonishing ease if you align your rituals with precision, practicality, and self-care. If your moon is in Pisces in the 12th, you'll manifest through surrender, dreams, solitude, and spiritual downloads. Forcing hustle during your peak times will backfire, but meditating, creating art, or sleeping during a Pisces moon may bring downloads that manifest miracles weeks later. The key is to stop manifesting at the moon and start manifesting with the moon. To see her not as a tool, but as a teacher, a guide, a cosmic midwife who knows exactly when to push, when to rest, when to release, when to receive. And when you surrender to her rhythm, you stop exhausting yourself, trying to control timelines, and instead, you become a vessel for divine timing, where delays become divine detours, failures become compost for new growth, and miracles become the natural result of aligned action plus surrendered trust. Because manifestation is not a straight line. It's a spiral, a cycle, a breath. Inhale, new moon. Build, waxing, peak, full, release, waning, rest, dark. And when you honor that rhythm, you stop forcing and start flowing. You stop begging and start allowing. You stop doubting and start dancing. With the moon as your partner, the cosmos as your stage, and your soul as the choreographer of miracles yet to unfold. Your birthday is not just a day for cake and candles. It is a sacred cosmic portal, a celestial checkpoint where the sun returns to the exact degree, minute, and sign it occupied at the moment of your first breath, triggering a powerful energetic reset known as your solar return, a 12-month activation window where the universe hands you a blank scroll and whispers, "This is your year. What will you create?" While simultaneously, every 27.3 days, your personal moon returns to its natal position in your birth chart, marking a lunar return, a monthly emotional recalibration, a subtle but potent tide-turning moment where your subconscious realigns, your feelings reset, and your inner world offers you a fresh, emotional blueprint for the next lunar cycle. And when you consciously harness both of these astrological phenomena, the annual solar return and the monthly lunar return, you stop drifting through life reacting to chaos and instead become the sovereign architect of your destiny, aligning your outer actions with your soul's timing, your emotional needs with your spiritual goals, your will with your womb, your fire with your flow. Because the solar return is where you set the theme, the tone, the trajectory of your year. It's your cosmic New Year's Day, your soul's annual business plan, your divine download of what energies, lessons, expansions, and contractions are coming your way. And if you ignore it, you'll spend the next 12 months swimming against currents you didn't see coming, wondering why your goals keep stalling or your relationships keep repeating. But if you lean into it, through solar return chart readings, ritual, intention, setting, and energetic alignment, you activate a frequency of co-creation that magnetizes synchronicity, accelerates growth, and transforms obstacles into initiations. Your solar return chart, cast for the exact moment the sun returns to its natal position in your birth city, reveals not just what will happen, but how to navigate it. The houses activated show which areas of life, career, love, health, finances, spirituality will be emphasized, the aspects formed between transiting planets. And your natal chart reveal the challenges and blessings awaiting you. The sign your solar return sun falls in, which may differ from your natal sun sign if your birthday is near a cusp, colors the entire year's energy. For example, a Leo rising with a natal sun in Leo may experience a solar return sun in Virgo, shifting their focus from creative self-expression to health, service, and precision. A necessary recalibration their soul chose for growth. And if they resist it, trying to force. Leo-style drama and spotlight when the cosmos is asking for humility and routine, they'll feel frustrated, blocked, or burned out. But if they surrender to the Virgo frequency, organizing, refining, healing, serving, they'll find unexpected abundance in the details, miracles in the mundane, power in the pause. And this is why solar return work is not about predicting fate, but about participating in it. You're not a passenger in your life. You're the pilot, and the solar return is your annual flight plan from the universe. Ignore it, and you fly blind. Honor it, and you fly with cosmic clearance. But the solar return is only half the equation, because while the sun sets the theme, the moon governs the emotional soil in which that theme must grow. And that's where the lunar return comes in. Every month, like clockwork, your natal moon is reactivated by the transiting moon, creating a 2 to 3 day window, the lunar return window, where your emotional body resets, your subconscious downloads new instructions, and your inner world offers you a fresh chance to align your feelings with your intentions. Most people miss this. They don't realize that on or around the same day each month they feel inexplicably sensitive, energized, nostalgic, or inspired. That's their lunar return speaking. And if they paid attention, journaled, meditated, or set emotional intentions during that window, They could harness a monthly surge of lunar power to clear blocks, charge dreams, release old patterns, and magnetize new frequencies. Your lunar return chart. Cast for the exact moment, the transiting moon conjuncts your natal moon in your birth location, reveals the emotional tone of your upcoming month. The sign it falls in colors your feelings. A lunar return in Aries may bring impulsive passion or irritation. In Cancer, deep nurturing or moodiness. In Capricorn, emotional discipline or suppression. The house it activates shows which area of life your emotions will focus on. 4th house equals home/family. 7th equals relationships. 10th equals career/public image, etc. The aspects it makes to other planets reveal emotional triggers, healing opportunities, or energetic downloads. And when you combine your monthly lunar return with your annual solar return, you create a dynamic, living manifestation system. Your solar return sets the year's destination. This year, I expand my business, and your lunar returns become the monthly pit stops where you check your emotional fuel, recalibrate your inner GPS, release what's weighing you down, and recharge your vibrational battery. For example, if your solar return sun is in the 10th house of career, signaling a year of professional growth, but your lunar return moon keeps landing in the 4th house of home and family, your soul is telling you, you can't build your empire if your foundation is cracked. Heal your home life first, set boundaries with family, create emotional safety, then your career will soar. Ignore that message, and you'll manifest success laced with burnout, resentment, or loneliness. Honor it, and your outer achievements will be rooted in inner peace. Or if your solar return features a challenging Saturn square to your natal Venus, warning of relationship tests or financial delays. But your lunar return moon trines Jupiter in the 9th house. Your emotional body is being gifted a monthly window of faith, expansion, and spiritual optimism to help you navigate that Saturn lesson with grace. Use that window for travel, learning, prayer, or visioning, and you'll transform restriction into wisdom. This is the alchemy of solar lunar returns. They're not separate events, but interlocking gears in your soul's manifestation engine. The sun says go, the moon says feel, and when you listen to both, you move with divine timing. Rituals become essential here. Your solar return ritual on or near your birthday should include casting or reading your solar return chart, writing a 12-month intention letter to your future self, creating a vision altar aligned with your solar return house and sign, performing a soul contract meditation where you ask, what did I come here to learn this year? And energetically clearing your space to welcome the new frequency. Your lunar return ritual, monthly, on or near your moon return day, should include checking your lunar return sign and house, journaling your emotional needs for the month, performing a 10-minute emotional alignment meditation where you breathe into your natal moon's house, e.g., if moon is in 7th, visualize harmonious relationships. If in 2nd, visualize financial safety. Releasing one emotional burden through fire, burning paper, or water, flushing salt, and setting one emotional intention. This month, I allow myself to receive without guilt. And if you want to go deeper, track how your lunar return moon interacts with your solar return chart each month. For example, if your solar return has Mars in the 1st house, a year of bold self-assertion, but your lunar return moon opposes it in the 7th, your monthly emotional theme may be balancing my needs with my partners. A necessary dance your soul is choreographing for integration. And let's not forget the progressed moon, which moves through a sign every 2.5 years, coloring the emotional backdrop of your solar and lunar returns. A progressed moon in Scorpio during your solar return may bring deep transformation, power struggles, or rebirth themes. In Gemini, mental stimulation, communication breakthroughs, or sibling/neighbor dynamics, layering another dimension of timing onto your manifestation matrix. The magic happens when you stop treating your birthday as a party and start treating it as a portal. When you stop ignoring your monthly emotional resets and start honoring them as sacred recalibrations, because you're not a machine meant to grind 365 days a year. You are a cosmic being woven into celestial rhythms. And when you align with those rhythms, you stop forcing and start flowing. You stop exhausting and start expanding. You stop doubting and start declaring. Your solar return is your annual I am, your declaration of identity, purpose, and direction. Your lunar return is your monthly I feel, your check-in with your emotional truth, your inner child, your subconscious soil. And when I am and I feel are in harmony, you become an unstoppable force of creation. Not because you're working harder, but because you're vibrating clearer. Not because you're pushing rivers, but because you become the river. So this year, don't just blow out candles, blow open portals. Don't just eat cake, consume cosmic codes. Don't just say happy birthday, say happy rebirth. And every month, when your moon returns, don't scroll past the feeling. Sit with it, honor it, decode it, and let it guide you, because your soul speaks in cycles, not calendars. And when you listen, the universe doesn't just answer, it rearranges. The most intimate conversation in your soul isn't between you and the universe. It's between your sun and your moon, a silent, ceaseless dialogue between your conscious will and your subconscious soil, between the part of you that declares, I want this, and the part that whispers, do I deserve it? And the nature of that dialogue, whether it's harmonious, tense, fused, or polarized, is encoded in the aspect between your natal sun and moon, the angular relationship they form in your birth chart, a sacred geometric signature that reveals your soul's unique strategy for manifestation, your personal alchemy of how to turn desire into reality, how to bridge ambition with emotion, how to align your outer goals with your inner truth. Because while your sun sign tells you what you're here to shine as, and your moon sign tells you how you emotionally receive and process life, it's the aspect between them that shows you how well they work together, whether your will and your feelings are allies or adversaries, whether your dreams flow effortlessly or meet inner resistance, whether your manifestations come with grace or require struggle. And once you decode this aspect, you stop blaming yourself for failing at manifestation and start working with your soul's design, not against it. For example, if your sun and moon are in conjunction, 0 degrees apart, same sign, or within 8 to 10 degrees orb, you experience a fusion of identity and emotion. Your desires feel deeply personal, your actions are emotionally charged, and your manifestations often come quickly because there's little internal friction. You don't have to convince yourself to go after what you want. Your feelings and your will are one. But the shadow here is over-identification. You may mistake emotional intensity for truth, burn out by taking everything personally, or struggle to detach when necessary. Because for you, I want and I feel are the same pulse. Your manifestation key is to ground your fire, create boundaries between your emotions and your actions. Learn when to pause the fusion and observe from a higher perspective, so your power doesn't become self-consuming. If your sun and moon are in sextile, 60 degrees apart, signs of compatible elements, e.g., fire and air, earth and water, you possess a natural talent for turning dreams into reality. Your conscious mind easily accesses emotional intelligence, and your feelings support your goals with intuitive nudges and creative inspiration. Manifestation feels lucky for you, not because the universe favors you, but because your inner world is wired for cooperation. But the trap here is complacency. Because things come easily, you may not push yourself to grow beyond comfort, or you may take your emotional alignment for granted until a crisis forces you to deepen. Your manifestation key is to consciously challenge your flow, set bigger goals, step into discomfort, use your natural harmony as a launch pad, not a lounge chair. If your sun and moon are in square, 90 degrees apart, signs of the same modality, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, you live with sacred tension. Your conscious desires trigger subconscious fears. Your ambitions clash with your emotional needs, and your manifestations often come only after inner battles, delays, or repeated lessons. For example, an Aries sun, I must act now, squaring a Cancer moon. But what if I get hurt? Will constantly feel torn between charging Forward and retreating for safety, a Capricorn sun. I must achieve, squaring a Libra moon. But what will people think? Will sacrifice authenticity for approval, then resent themselves for it. This aspect is not a curse. It's a crucible. Your soul chose this tension to forge strength, resilience, and mastery. Your manifestations don't come easy because they're meant to transform you. Your key is to honor both sides. Don't suppress your moon to please your sun or silence your sun too. Soothe your moon. Create rituals that let both speak. Journal dialogues between what I want, sun, and what I fear, moon. Schedule sun hours for bold action and moon hours for emotional care. And watch as the friction becomes fuel. If your sun and moon are in trine, 120 degrees apart, signs of the same element, fire/fire, earth/earth, etc., you are blessed with natural flow. Your emotions effortlessly support your goals. Your intuition guides your actions, and your manifestations often arrive with grace, timing, and synchronicity. A Leo sun trine a Sagittarius moon radiates confidence and attracts adventure. A Virgo sun trine a Taurus moon builds abundance through steady, sensual mastery. But the shadow here is stagnation. Because things come so easily, you may avoid challenges, resist growth, or fall into spiritual laziness, thinking the universe will always handle it. Your key is to consciously disrupt your harmony. Set goals that scare you. Invite feedback that triggers you. Use your natural alignment as a foundation to reach higher, not an excuse to stay small. If your sun and moon are in opposition, 180 degrees apart, signs across the zodiac, you live with a sacred polarity. Your identity and your emotions often feel at war, pulling you between two extremes. A Gemini sun, I need mental freedom, opposing a Sagittarius moon, I crave spiritual truth, may swing between intellectual detachment and philosophical obsession. A Scorpio sun, I need depth and control, opposing a Taurus moon, I need safety and stability, may attract relationships that force them to choose between power and peace. This aspect is your soul's invitation to integration. You're not meant to choose one side over the other, but to hold both in sacred balance. Your manifestations will mirror this polarity until you embrace it. For example, if you keep attracting partners who trigger your opposition, e.g., a Libra sun/Aries moon attracting push-pull relationships, it's not bad luck. It's your soul asking you to embody both energies within yourself first. Your key is conscious embodiment. Practice being both sides. On Monday, live as your sun, assertive, goal-oriented. On Thursday, live as your moon, receptive, feeling-centered. Journal the dialogue between them. Meditate on the axis they form in your chart, until you stop seeing them as enemies and start experiencing them as allies. And if your sun and moon form a quincunx, 150 degrees apart, signs with no elemental or modal affinity, you experience a subtle but persistent misalignment. Your desires and your feelings speak different languages, leading to confusion, health issues, or manifestations that feel off, even when they look right. A Pisces sun quincunx a Leo moon may feel spiritually called to surrender, but emotionally crave recognition. The solution isn't force, but adjustment, small, daily acts of translation between your sun and moon. If your sun wants to launch a business, but your moon feels unsafe, adjust by starting small, creating a safe container, e.g., a private beta group, or ritualizing reassurance, e.g., lighting a candle for your moon before taking a sun-aligned action. Your key is micro-harmonization, tiny bridges between worlds and beyond the major aspects. Even the signs themselves color the conversation. A fire sun, Aries, Leo, Sag, with a water moon, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, must learn to temper passion with compassion, action with intuition. Their manifestation power lies in feeling their fire, not just thinking it. An Earth sun, Taurus, Virgo, Cap, with an air moon, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, must ground their ideas in practical steps, or their brilliant visions will float away, unmanifested. Their key is embodying thought, writing plans, scheduling actions, making ideas tactile. A mutable sun, Gemini, Virgo, Sag, Pisces, with a fixed moon, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, must balance their need for change with their moon's craving for stability. Their manifestation magic comes from ritualizing flexibility, creating routines that include spontaneity, or anchors that allow for evolution. And your houses add another layer. If your sun is in the 10th, career, and your moon in the 4th, home, your soul is asking you to integrate public success with private nourishment. Manifesting a promotion may require healing your relationship with your mother first. If your sun is in the 7th, partnerships, and your moon in the 1st, self, your path to love requires radical self-honoring. You can't attract a healthy relationship until you stop abandoning yourself for others. And this is why generic manifestation advice fails so many, because it ignores the unique geometry of your soul. You can't just believe your way into alignment if your sun and moon are square and your belief system is fractured. You can't just take action if your sun and moon are opposition and your actions trigger emotional backlash. You must first decode your aspect, then design your strategy for squares. Ritualize the tension. Make the friction sacred for oppositions. Embody both sides. Stop choosing for conjunctions. Create space between your will and your feelings for trines. Challenge your comfort. Grow beyond grace for sextiles. Amplify your natural flow with conscious intention for quincunxes. Build tiny bridges, adjust daily. And once you do, you stop fighting your nature and start fertilizing it. Your blocks become your portals, your delays become your initiations, your struggles become your strengths, because your sun-moon aspect is not a flaw. It's your soul's chosen path to power. The universe didn't give you a smooth road because it doesn't want you to arrive. It gave you a sacred obstacle course because it wants you to transform on the way. And when you stop resisting your aspect and start alchemizing it, you unlock a level of manifestation mastery that bypasses hustle, transcends technique, and operates on the quantum level of soul alignment, where your outer world becomes a mirror not of your forced affirmations, but of your deepest inner harmony, a harmony that says, I am not broken, I am coded. And when I speak my soul's language, the universe answers in miracles. Every sunrise is not just a celestial event. It is a sacred invitation from your soul to rise with your sun, to embody your will, to declare your I am, to step into the throne of your conscious power. And every sunset is not just the fading of light. It is a whispered call from your moon to descend into your depths, to feel without fixing, to release without resistance, to cradle your inner child and whisper, you are safe, you are held, you are worthy. And between these two daily thresholds lies the secret to effortless manifestation, the practice of daily solar-lunar rituals, micro-ceremonies of alignment that recalibrate your energy, clear subconscious blocks, charge your intentions, and turn your entire day into a living prayer of co-creation. Because manifestation is not a weekend workshop or a full moon splurge. It is a daily dance, a rhythmic communion between your outer action and your inner state, between your solar fire and your lunar flow. And when you anchor your mornings in solar activation and your evenings in lunar surrender, you stop pushing reality into submission and start magnetizing it through vibrational sovereignty. Your morning ritual is your sun salutation, not just stretching your body, but igniting your identity. It's the 5 to 15 minutes after waking where you consciously become your sun sign before the world demands you become anything else. If you're an Aries sun, this is your moment to roar, to stand before the mirror and declare, I am bold, I am first, I initiate with courage. If you're a Taurus sun, this is your grounding, to touch your feet to the earth, sip warm water, and affirm, I am stable, I am abundant, I receive with patience. If you're a Gemini sun, this is your mental ignition, to speak your truth aloud, journal 3 ideas, or recite, I am curious, I am free, my words create worlds. If you're a Cancer sun, this is your heart opening, to place a hand on your chest, breathe into your ribs, and whisper, I am nurtured, I am safe, my sensitivity is my strength. If you're a Leo sun, this is your coronation, to strike a power pose, or something that makes you feel radiant, and proclaim, I am seen, I am loved, my light is a gift. If you're a Virgo sun, this is your precision tuning. To organize one space, list 3 priorities and affirm, I am capable, I am clear, my service matters. If you're a Libra sun, this is your harmony invocation to light. A candle, play balancing music and declare, I am beauty, I am peace, I attract divine partnership. If you're a Scorpio sun, this is your power reclamation. To stare into your own eyes in the mirror, breathe into your belly, and vow, I am deep, I am sovereign, my truth cannot be hidden. If you're a Sagittarius sun, this is your expansion ignition. To stretch toward the sky, speak a prayer of faith and affirm, I am free, I am wise, the universe conspires for me. If you're a Capricorn sun, this is your mountain stance. To write one long-term goal, feel your spine strong, and declare, I am disciplined, I am enduring, my legacy is being built now. If you're an Aquarius sun, this is your future download. To close your eyes and receive a vision, speak an unconventional truth, and affirm, I am revolutionary, I am unique, I belong to the stars. If you're a Pisces sun, this is your mystical surrender. To light incense, dissolve into music and whisper, I am boundless, I am guided, I trust the unseen. This is not fluff. This is frequency setting. You are not pretending to be your sun. You are remembering it, activating its vibration before the noise of the world drowns it out. And this single act, claiming your solar identity each morning, becomes the magnetic core around which your entire day orbits, attracting opportunities, people, and synchronicities that match your declared frequency. But the sun alone is not enough, because manifestation without emotional alignment is like building a mansion on quicksand, which is why your evening ritual must be lunar, a sacred descent into the temple of your feelings, a gentle unwinding of the day's tensions, a compassionate check-in with your inner child, your subconscious, your moon sign's deepest needs. If you're a Cancer moon, this is your nesting hour to wrap yourself in soft fabric, sip herbal tea, and journal. Where did I feel safe today? Where did I need more nurturing? If you're a Leo moon, this is your golden release. To speak one thing you're proud of, light a candle in your honor, and affirm, I am enough, even when no one applauds. If you're a Virgo moon, this is your cleansing ritual. To wash your face with intention, tidy one space, and whisper, I release perfection. I am worthy as I am. If you're a Libra moon, this is your harmony restoration. To play soothing music, diffuse rose oil, and ask, where did I abandon myself for peace? Where can I reclaim my balance? If you're a Scorpio moon, this is your shadow communion. To sit in candlelight, breathe into your belly, and confess, what am I afraid to feel? What power am I hiding? If you're a Sagittarius moon, this is your truth release. To speak aloud what you really think, laugh wildly, or write, what belief is limiting my freedom? If you're a Capricorn moon, this is your emotional permission slip. To place a hand on your heart, sigh deeply, and affirm, it's safe to feel. I don't have to carry it all alone. If you're an Aquarius moon, this is your detachment ceremony. To stare at the stars, release one expectation, and whisper, I release control. The universe knows better than me. If you're a Pisces moon, this is your dissolution ritual. To bathe in salt water, play ambient music, and pray, wash through me. I surrender what is not mine to hold. If you're an Aries moon, this is your fire release. To punch a pillow, scream into a towel, or write, what anger am I swallowing? What boundary do I need to set? If you're a Taurus moon, this is your sensual grounding. To massage your feet with oil, savor dark chocolate, and affirm, I am allowed to receive pleasure without guilt. If you're a Gemini moon, this is your mental composting. To brain dump all thoughts on a paper, then tear it up, whispering, I release mental clutter. My mind is clear, my heart is open. And this is where the magic happens. Because your morning solar ritual sets the direction, and your evening lunar ritual clears. The resistance. You are not just doing rituals. You are rewiring your nervous system to become a clear channel for manifestation. You are teaching your body that it is safe to want sun and safe to receive moon. You are dissolving the ancestral belief that ambition is dangerous or that receiving is weakness. You are replacing subconscious sabotage with conscious sovereignty, and the compound effect is staggering. Within days, you'll notice synchronicities accelerating. Within weeks, your emotional reactions shifting. Within months, your outer reality rearranging to reflect your inner alignment. Because you're no longer manifesting at the universe, you are vibrating as the universe. And to deepen this, you weave in micro rituals throughout the day. A solar power pause at noon. Stand in sunlight, declare your I am. Charge a crystal on your desk. A lunar breath break at 3 p.m. Close your eyes. Place hands on belly. Whisper, I am held. Release one fear with your exhale. A sunset gratitude sigh. Face west. Thank one thing. Release one burden to the fading light. And you align these with your natal chart. If your sun is in the 9th house, your morning ritual includes a line from sacred text or a travel vision. If your moon is in the 8th, your evening ritual involves shadow, journaling, or ancestral release. If your sun is conjunct Mercury, you speak your affirmations aloud. If your moon is trine Neptune, you end your day with guided meditation or music, and you track your progress, not with rigid goals, but with lunar logs. Each evening, you journal. What did my sun want today? What did my moon feel? Where did they align? Where did they clash? What small ritual brought harmony? And over time, you become your own astrologer, your own priestess, your own cosmic architect, no longer dependent on external gurus or moon calendars, because you've internalized the rhythm. You've embodied the dance. You've become the living bridge between will and womb, fire and flow, action and surrender. And this is why daily solar lunar rituals are the ultimate manifestation hack. They bypass the mind's resistance by working through the body and the soul. They don't require hours, just minutes. They don't demand perfection, just presence. They don't force outcomes. They cultivate alignment. And alignment, not effort, is the true engine of manifestation. Because when your sun is awake and your moon is soothed, you stop chasing. You become the magnet. You stop begging. You become the blessing. You stop doubting. You become the proof. And the universe, which has been waiting for you to remember your power, responds not with fanfare, but with quiet miracles. The right message at the right time. The unexpected check in the mail. The healing conversation. The sudden clarity. The door that opens without you knocking. Because you are no longer knocking. You are radiating, and radiance, not noise, is what moves the cosmos. So tomorrow, before you check your phone, before you caffeinate, before you scroll, rise with your sun. And tonight, before you numb with Netflix, before you worry, before you force sleep, descend with your moon, and in between, move as the divine hybrid you are, part flame, part tide, part king, part priestess, part creator, part receiver. Because you were never meant to choose between your power and your tenderness. You were meant to marry them, daily, sacredly, unapologetically, until your life becomes not a struggle to manifest, but a celebration of what's already flowing. Because you remembered, you are not manifesting from lack. You are radiating from wholeness. And wholeness, not want, is the true language of the law of attraction.